Hello there and welcome to Mark Carl's Hypnotherapy. Tonight we have James. James was a previous client of mine about a month ago now, and he's kindly come on board to do a short testimonial. Let us know how things are. James, how are you tonight? Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, I'm really good. Thanks, Mark. Really good.
Jolly good. Well then, without further ado, why don't you just give us a little flavour as to what happened with you and how everything went?
Sure. So I had a bit of a incident at work in September. So I've got quite a busy role, quite a big job for my company, and I was at a work meeting up in Derby, funnily enough, and I was doing a bit of a talk, and sort of out of nowhere, I collapsed, which seemed like it was quite serious at the time. There was a little bit of concern it might have been sort of heart related. So I was taken to hospital. Thankfully, after sort of 2 or 3 weeks of comprehensive testing, I was given the all clear. So that part of it was okay. However, what I then came to find is that after that, my body was a little bit riddled with what I now know was anxiety. So I'd never really had it before, so it wasn't something I'd experienced and necessarily knew what to do with. So I was off sick for a couple of months at work, and I had this anxiety, and I sort of hoped that it would go away, and attempted to come back to work, which is when I thought about contacting you, Mark, because I'd done a bit of reading on it, and as you know, I'd looked up some techniques and what have you, and done some research. So I sort of, at the same time as me coming back to work, I got in touch with yourself and started the hypnotherapy sessions, because there were certain instances when I went back to work in particular that I was finding quite difficult. So attending meetings, speaking to my team, I had a couple of incidents where it was really difficult for me, and I was really struggling with things like sleep. So I sort of had this bad combination of stress going into work, not getting enough sleep, and it was meaning that I was anxious a lot of the time. So I contacted you. You quite kindly came to my house, and we had a good chat around sort of my situation, and then we started the sessions, and we did them sort of 4 sessions over the course of a month. And after each one, sort of each week got better and better for me. And if I look at sort of where I am now compared to a few months ago, I'm in a completely different place. My sleep is actually a big plus. I was really struggling at night to get to sleep, whereas I don't have that problem anymore, which has been a huge plus. And yeah, over the last few weeks, in terms of my role, I've made some good lifestyle changes alongside the work that I've done with you anyway.
Yeah.
And I feel a lot more back to my old self, pretty much anxiety free. Still, you know, the stresses of the job remain, but I feel much more capable of doing them now, and in a really good place.
Yeah. I mean, remember, that's fantastic. Thank you for that. I mean, always remember that although, you know, so much change occurs during the sessions, during the whole process, life is going to continue throwing stuff at you. But I think it's safe to say that you're in a better position now to see those things coming and fend them off or deal with them as they come at you. And that's really important. It's not just about getting rid of all the old anxiety. It's putting that mindset that I'm okay. And whatever life brings at me, I'll be okay. I know I will be. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that, as I say, you're still going to have problems in life, but I feel much more capable now of dealing whatever's going to come at me than I was doing, certainly sort of before I started speaking to you. So no, very happy.
Awesome. How did you find the actual hypnosis itself? What was that like for you?
Yeah, so it was interesting because I've never really done anything like that before, and actually, you know, found it very relaxing. So when you'd come round, it would feel quite good. To be honest with you, I thought some of the experiences when I was under was interesting at the way my mind was taking me. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it actually. I found it quite intriguing, and yeah, started to enjoy it.
Outstanding. Well, thanks very much for that. I can't, I mean, at the end of the day, you had a problem, you've found a solution, and the end result is a very happy man sat at the end of it, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Outstanding. Well, thanks so much for that, James. Unless there's anything else, I'm very aware that people can get bored very quickly with watching videos, etc. So I don't think we need to labor the point. And it's been wonderful talking to you. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure working with you as well. And ladies and gents, always remember that anxiety is something that you don't need to understand where it's come from. All you need to know is what's relevant is that you've understood that you have anxiety, and what happened in the past and what's caused it is totally irrelevant. But what is relevant is that you're going to do something about it. So on that little note, I'll say thank you so much for watching. James, thanks again. Have a wonderful evening. And ladies and gents, always remember, I wish you great mental, emotional, and physical health. And you can always find me on Google, YouTube, Instagram, and of course my website, which is www.markcarterhypnotherapy.com. This is Mark Carter wishing you great mental, emotional, and physical health. Good night.